Hi, you're watching Nick Vapes, and today we're going to make some twisted 28 gauge wire. And I got a new copper mech mod with a dual 0.13 ohm parallel build, which is equivalent to a quad core. It's not a processor. I was taking computers. I meant quad coil, but yeah, same concept, different fucking completely different fucking shit. But this is what the build looks like. You can fucking see in there. That. Try and get a fucking close up of this shit. That is what the build looks like. There we go. That's what the build looks like. That's about 5 wraps, dual parallel. So if you were to go onto steamengine.org, you would select the quad coil option to build that. And enter. I did a 3mm diameter with this screwdriver, and yeah, so you would enter, if you're using a 3mm screwdriver, you would type in 0.13 ohms, but that's really low, really fucking low. I would probably recommend 0.15 ohms just to be safe. Anything under 0.15 would be for cloud competitions. But I actually just built a dual basically a dual parallel 26 gauge 0.15, and that's what that fucking looks like. Camera's fucking focusing on me, but I don't want to fuck with it. So yeah, you know what that looks like. Son of a bitch. Okay, but today we're going to, let's say you don't have a drill, which I don't. So we're gonna make some twisted 28 gauge wire for building. And you can build whatever you want with this twisted 28 gauge. I'm just gonna show you the method for manually making twisted 28 gauge wire. And it's really easy to work with. It's just 28 gauge Kanthal AWG-A1. By the way, I can blow 9-foot clouds, 9 to 10-foot clouds with the 0.13 dual parallel build, which is equivalent to quad core. And I will actually show you the performance on that. Just get a drip. Drip, 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 drip. Okay. Let me drip up my atomizer. And let me show you what a cloud comp build can do. This is 0.13 ohms quad core. I'm doing 9 drops per coil. When you're building this fucking low, you gotta make sure you got a fuckload of organic Japanese cotton in that bitch. I would cut about a 4mm strip. I like organic Japanese cotton because it's really fucking easy to wick with. Absolutely easy. 007 Mission Impossible. So we're gonna make some twisted 28 gauge. But first, let's see what this fucker can do. Stand back further. So yeah, you're going to be blowing 9-foot clouds all day if you know the proper technique. But the downside to that is you only get about maybe 5 hits before you have to re-drip, and that's 18 drops of juice. 9 per coil. Do not oversaturate or you will burn the shit out of your mouth and throat. 9 drops, that's it. But when you wick for the first time, you want to saturate the shit out of it. But once it's broken in and wicked, all you gotta put is 9 drops per coil, and you'll be fine with that super sub-ohm build. But let's get down to business. We're making some twisted 26 gauge. Twisted 26 gauge. I'm using pure Adamus Kanthal A1 premium wire from California. 26 gauge. 26. I also have from vapesupply.me 24 gauge, and that's what my current build is. But I'm making some twisted 26 gauge, not 28. Fuck 20. I'm twisted 26 gauge because I think 26 is kind of weak by itself, but if you twist it, it becomes a lot more durable. Because if you use 26 gauge and screw it down, you can easily accidentally snap the goddamn wire and break the connection, and that's bad, and you just fucked up your coil. Okay, let's get down to business. You're gonna need big ass fucking Phillips head screwdriver, a good pair of pliers, big ass fucking toenail clippers, You want to start with a nice fucking piece of 26 gauge, about 2 feet long. Then you're going to fold it in half. Like you're about to make a parallel. And what I do is I line the two ends up. You want to line the two ends up and just pull it down and make a little crease at the end. Then take your fingers like you're gonna make a parallel, and you just bend, and you want to make a little loop. Then you grab your pliers. All you're gonna use are pliers in your hands. Then you firmly grab that loop, and you fucking start twisting. You want to make sure both ends of the wire are at 90 degrees, like that. This is how you start. You firmly grip the loop. Sorry, glasses adjustment. I got my engineering glasses on today. These are, what brand are these? Oh, they're John Lennon's, and they're also transitions. So when I walk outside, they turn into automatic hater blockers. So, this is how we're going to begin our twisted build. For each twist, you want to make sure that the wire is at like a 90 or at least a 45-degree angle. I'd say a 45 would work best. And we're going to start the first twist. And you want to make sure your twists are nice and fucking even with each twist. Keep the goddamn wire at 90 degrees to ensure a nice. You want to pull and twist at the same time and make sure that that wire is at 90 degrees, almost 90 degrees, about 85 degrees, 85-degree angle, and you just twist. This might take a while. I mean, look at all this goddamn wire. But the important thing is to make your twists as even and as uniform as possible. And as you go down, you can take the pliers and move it down with it. See the loop at the end? You can just cut that off. That was your starting point. As you twist it, you want to move the pliers down with it to give you that stability. And you basically just repeat this process. I am getting wire in my face. You repeat this process until you got enough fucking cable to wrap with. Then you do your wraps. You gotta grip this fucker tight, or it will twist out of place. Let me get a better grip on this. There we go. You want to hold the pliers towards the bottom so you don't have to squeeze as hard. Or your hand will start to cramp up. This is a very long and tedious process, but you do get better flavor from the twisted build. If you don't have a drill, I feel so bad for you. Because this is a fucking bitch. Someone please send me a goddamn drill. But this is starting to look pretty good. Just make sure your twists are uniform. I think a 45-degree angle works best. Because the 90-degree angle was ridiculous, but I think 45 looks better. So do your twists one at a time. Make sure both strands are at a 45-degree angle, consistently and uniform all the way through the entire twisted cable you're building. And then you just want to make this as this is 2 feet. It's gonna turn into like 1 foot when I'm done. It's obviously 2 feet divided by 1 is 1 foot. So you're gonna, when I'm done, you're gonna end up with 12 inches of this bitch, and that's plenty of twisted 26 gauge to work with. You want to pull and twist at the same time and continue to move down your pliers as you go. It's very important. You want to keep moving your pliers down. Pull and twist at the same time. It's not going to be perfect, but try to make it as perfect as possible. Getting twisted. I got about that much done, and about 6 inches left to go. We're about halfway done here, and my hand is starting to fucking cramp up. Side effects may include hand cramping. Look at that shit. That is fucking beautiful. That is gorgeous. And you can straighten out your twisted. Ooh, has a very nice texture to it. Twisted 26, oh my god. Twisted 26, oh my god. This is fucking amazing. It's really worth the effort. You're gonna get so much more flavor off your RDA, or rebuildable dripping atomizer. than you would with a parallel build. I kind of got bored with my parallel builds, so I decided to get twisted. Today we're getting twisted as fuck. I think I'm going to select the option for 18 plus only on my YouTube, because I do swear a lot. We're about 3/4 done. So we're almost done here. Then we're going to wrap it. And make the coils. But I'm not going to throw them in my RDA just yet, because I don't feel like rebuilding right now. I'm just making some twisted 26 gauge for a future build, but I am gonna wrap the coils. You want to go to Steam Engine. Just Google Steam Engine, it'll be the first result. That's what I use for building. You don't even need to buy an ohms reader. All I use is Steam Engine. I mean, you can buy an ohms reader, but Steam Engine is so accurate that you don't really need an ohms reader. Steam Engine is an ohms reader, basically. As long as you know the exact size of the screwdriver you have, you're good to go. If you have a 30 amp 18650 battery, I would not recommend going below 0.15 ohms. But if you have a 35 amp, you can do 0.13. That's perfectly fine. Personally, I don't build below 0.1 because that's just too hot for me. I'm not doing no fucking 0.08 builds. That's just fucking nuts. Unless you want to burn the shit out of your hand. Like, this gets hot as hell. This gets hot as hell already at 0.13. Imagine 0.08, it would get even hotter. Just continue to twist. It's not going to be as perfect as doing it with a drill, but this is the best you can do without a drill. I think I'm going to title this video, How to Make Twisted 26 Gauge Wire Without a Drill. Some people don't have a fucking cordless drill. Like me, I'm fucking broke. But I did blow a 2 days ago. I blew a 9-foot cloud at a cloud competition, and I beat two local store owners. I didn't come in first place, but it was only 9 feet, but someone blew a 14-foot cloud and they won over $500 in prizes. I don't know how the fuck he blew a 14-foot cloud, but I would love to know what RDA he was using and what build. What box mod he was using. Was it regulated? Was it unregulated? It was probably unregulated. It was an anything goes competition. I need to focus on this. Almost done here. Let's see. Almost done. Getting down to the very end. Sit back. Put my fucking feet up. Okay. Almost done here. I'm sorry guys, I haven't uploaded a video in a while. But Nick Vapes is back. Blowing 9-foot clouds. With Twisted. And I just completed my Twisted. I don't know if you can see it. You can see it on the black shirt. I just completed the Twisted 26 gauge wire. And yeah, that is how you make 1 foot. It's only 1 foot. It took about like 10-15 minutes just to do all those manual twists. That was 1 by 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's like hundreds of twists in one foot, and just 1 foot. So yeah, I would recommend getting a drill, because then you just wrap the 2 strands around the drill, press the trigger, hold the end, zoop, you're done in 3 seconds. And you have perfect, uniform, twisted 26 gauge. Nothing will ever be better than a drill, but this is pretty good. I could probably do better, but I was getting sidetracked. It's pretty fucking uniform. I have a bit of OCD. I was just making this for the video, but if I was to throw it, I see 3 or 4 imperfections. I'm a bit OCD about my builds. I would probably make another one and really focus on it. Don't do a 90-degree angle. Definitely 45 looks the best. It looks like a perfect braid. You want to keep it at a 45-degree angle when you're doing your twists. That's what looks the best. Not 90. 90 is too tight. 90 just looks like shit. You want it, for each twist, you want it at definitely a 45-degree angle. But I was talking and twisting at the same time, so this isn't perfect. But yeah, thanks for watching Nick Vapes, and please subscribe. And I'll have some building tutorials in the future. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.